Everybody talks about the skill you need to learn when you travel abroad. So it's always learn this, learn that. But nobody talks about the skill you need to unlearn, because sometimes the skills that we've unconsciously learned from back home, they're going to affect our progress when we travel abroad. So in this video, I'm going to share some skills that we need to unlearn, else you're going to struggle. So if you're new here, this is Live with Amara. Please like, subscribe, share my page with your friends and family. And without wasting time, let's get right into today's video. So the first skill on the list is playing small so you don't offend anyone. Back home, when you play small, you are being seen as humble, you're on everyone's nice book, everybody is happy with you. But here, when you play small, you're being seen as you probably don't know what you're doing. You're going to see people who are going to challenge you, probably people you are older than, and then you're going to be doing lots of things, getting promotions, and you're going to be there. You see, the thing with playing small is that it's going to limit you to opportunities where your visibility is supposed to put you out there and give you like all the promotion that you need. And you have to make sure like you're doing everything. There's almost nothing like playing small, you understand? Like there's nothing like playing small. You need to copy your managers in those emails. You need to speak with clarity and you need to speak with boldness. You almost need to do too much. Like there needs to be a balance, like where you're not overdoing, but then you need to still do too much, if you get what I mean. So playing small can slow you faster than you realize, and then it's just going to look like you're actually not contributing. Meanwhile, you may be doing everything behind the scene and not get noticed. So the second on the list is suffering in silence. Back home, when you're quiet, people just see you as respectful. But here, when you're quiet, it's almost as though like everything is fine, because they expect that the normal thing for you to do is to speak out. And that is different from our culture back home. So if something is not okay with you, you need to speak out. When someone is being rude to you, you need to speak out. When you're sick, you need to speak out. When you are stressed, you need to speak out. I'm not saying that you just need to open your mouth and start talking anyhow. There are times you need to speak in the moment, and there are times you need to go through the process of maybe like a HR or admin or your manager to say something when something is wrong. Just don't keep quiet. And sometimes when you keep quiet, it's being taken as a yes, as though you're giving a consent to something continuing. So if you know what I mean, you need to strike a balance, unless you're going to struggle, you're going to suffer, and you'll be so uncomfortable. Don't let yourself be like that. The third thing to unlearn is overworking instead of upgrading. So back home, when you grind harder, you tend to make more money, but that is not the case here. What I mean is, for instance, if you have like 3 jobs, people see it as a flex, but that is not sustainable. So what you want to do is like upscaling yourself, taking courses, watching YouTube videos to improve yourself, or even channeling that time to maybe thinking about a business to start, something like that, instead of working 3 shifts, not 3 shifts, but like 3 jobs, and that is just going to make you feel burnt out. When you upgrade yourself, you're able to channel that time into like taking certifications. You're able to follow through a normal process of maybe like getting like an entry level role, doing a senior management role. There's always like a step, but people don't want to follow that process. They just want to like take this job, take that job, take this job, and make it to look like the only thing to do here is taking shifts, while that is not the case. There are tons of things to do out there. You don't want to just limit yourself to things like that. Trust me, there are lots of things. The market space, so make use of everything you have. The fourth on the list is doing everything by yourself. If you've watched one of my previous videos where I shared about how I was a social media manager and I was the one doing everything, editing videos, digital marketing, it was just a lot on me. If you are in a place where systems are now like, arranged where people are being assigned to do different things, then you should take advantage of it. Do not waste your time trying to do someone else's job. I'm not saying that there are times when you can't help, but do not waste your time, like all of your time, prioritizing things that you shouldn't be prioritizing, especially in a place where you have like objectives, where they tend to check like your KPIs, checking things you've been doing. You do not want to channel your energy and wasting your time trying to figure out someone else's role when you have a defined role. It may not show up immediately, but eventually when you have your review meetings, you'll not be able to account for the things that you've done and the time that you're spending, because you get paid for the time. So don't do that. So the fifth thing on the list is going to be always waiting for the right time. People always wait for the right time. You wait for the right time to apply for a raise, wait for the time to leave a toxic job, wait for the right time to learn or unlearn a skill. Meanwhile, time is going and people are really, really making moves, and you don't want to be there. It's almost going to be like winter, summer, autumn. You're still going to be there nothing moving, nothing going. The thing is that you don't need to be perfect to make a move. For instance, imagine someone who is like struggling with a new job after they've been there for like 2 weeks, and then they eventually get a hang of the job after a month. Imagine if they had not even applied at all, they won't even get the job. So what I'm trying to say is that always try to seize opportunity. Do not just be waiting and waiting and waiting. You get old without achieving anything. So please always take opportunities as they come. These are some of the things you need to unlearn if you want to make it abroad. I'm not saying you're not going to make it abroad if you do not unlearn these things, but it's going to make you slower than you realize. And I also still struggle with these things. I just try to act consciously and I try to fake it till I make it. So if you're like me and struggling, please leave your struggles in the comment section and let me know how you plan to go about all of this. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share with your friends and family. Your subscription means a lot to me because I need to get to 5K subscribers this year and I cannot do it without you. I will see you guys next time. For now, stay safe and take care.